Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated. We will begin our ceremony shortly. At this time, please make sure all electronic devices are turned off or set to the silent position. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the opportunity today to participate in the Spaatz Center and Air War College Change of Command. Our officiating officer is Lieutenant General Stephen L. Quast, Commander, Air University. The other members of our official party are Maj Gen Brian T. Bishop, Outgoing Commander, Spaatz Center for Officer Education and Commandant, Air War College, and Inbound Commander, Brigadier General Christopher A. Coffelt. I am Captain Eric Blattner, your narrator for today's ceremony. Before we get started, I'd like to introduce some special guests we have in the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, please hold your applause until each group is introduced. First, the spouses and family of our official party. Joni Quast, spouse of Lieutenant General Quast, and Colleen Coffelt, spouse of Brigadier General Coffelt, and their daughter Grace. Next, there are a number of key civilian and military leaders we would like to recognize. The mayor of the city of Prattville, Alabama, the Honorable Billy Gillespie. Director of City Investigations, Lieutenant General Ronald Sams, U.S. Air Force retired, and his wife Diane. CEO of Ballard Companies, Major General Bowen Ballard, U.S. Air Force retired. The Commander, Home Center for Officer Accessions and Citizen Development, Brigadier General Paul Gimmer and his wife Cindy. Senior Advisor to the Commander, Air University, Mr. Michael Gray. Provost, Air University, Dr. Grant Hammond. Vice President for Academic Affairs, Air University, Dr. Matthew Stafford. Commander of the 42nd Air Base Wing, Colonel Andrea Tullis. Command Chief, Air University, Chief Master Sergeant Timothy Horn. And Command Chief of the 42nd Air Base Wing, Chief Master Sergeant Laura Calloway. Additionally, we'd like to welcome all other commanders, commandants, directors, command chiefs, retired military, community leaders, friends, and the members of the Maxwell Gunter team. We are honored to have each of you here for this special occasion. In keeping with an time-honored tradition, the change of command is conducted to signify the formal change of leadership in an organization. The change of command ceremony is rooted in military history, dating back to the time of Frederick the Great of Prussia. During this time, units developed unique flags with specialized colors and designs to represent their organization. When soldiers followed their leaders into battle, they kept sight of the flag, which served as a rallying point in the chaos of battle. The flag indicated the position of the commander on the battlefield and also accompanied him during ceremonies. And so the flag was incorporated in the change of command ceremony. The incoming commander accepts the flag, the symbol of the organization, in front of the unit, so all may witness their new leader assume command. As it has throughout history, this symbolic tradition will serve as the key event in today's ceremony as General Coffelt assumes command of the Spaatz Center and Air War College. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of the official party and remain standing for the playing of Ruffles and Flourishes, the singing of our national anthem by Senior Airman Ina Cahoning, and the invocation by Chaplain Randall Jameson.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Let us pray together. Our dear Heavenly Father, as we come today for this change of command ceremony for the Spaatz Center Officer Education and Air War College, we give you thanks for this center of leadership and development for the United States Air Force and for the Department of Defense. Under the fine leadership of Maj Gen Brian T. Bishop, he has played a significant role to lead the men and women under his command. He has mentored them and by example demonstrated to them what it means to provide leadership in today's Air Force and to live up to the Air Force core values of integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all that we do. We also thank you for what General Bishop has done for the care and for the support of each of our airmen and their families with duties associated with the Air Force and the demands that are placed upon them. I pray, Father, you would be with General Bishop and his family during his time of transition to his next assignment, guard and direct him as they continue in service and defense of our nation. Now, Father, as I've prayed for Major General Bishop, I also pray that you do the same for Brigadier General Christopher A. Coffelt. I pray that you would give General Coffelt direction as he assumes command today. May he ensure that justice and truth and the quest for peace be served under his command. May this spirit of cooperation, care, and concern and dedication to duty continue to be his legacy to the men and women to whom he will serve. I pray a special blessings upon General Coffelt and his wife Colleen as they make their home here at Maxwell Air Force Base. May they sense your presence in their lives as they provide for all of our needs. Meet with us now, Lord, and may this ceremony call us to give of our best to those you have appointed to command, to lead, and to guide our lives in defense of our country. For this we ask in your strong name. Amen.
Thank you, Stephen Airman Hoeing and Chaplain Jameson. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce the commander of Air University, Lieutenant General Steve Quast.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here today. Today is a seminal moment in the journey of our Air Force to stay relevant and adaptive in a world that is changing more aggressively with each shifting hour of the day. Tapping into the intellectual capacity of our human capital in this journey to keep the American dream alive for the next 100 years starts with the minds of our leaders that will help us sift through the dilemmas of the day and innovate our way into a better world. That's at the core of this ceremony today. So as you see this flag handed from one leader to another, this is part of an enterprise that is much bigger than any one of us. It is about America finding a way of being that force in this world that can push evil out and can make sure that those that believe in justice and freedom and liberty are the ones that can control the environment on this globe so that no evil person can steal it away. There must be a leader, and that leader must be strong, or the nature of humanity will pick away at it. So today is a celebration as well as a punctuation of a moment of opportunity in our nation's journey. It's a celebration of a man of great leadership, courage, and compassion who has been loyal and visionary. General Bishop has led this Air War College in a way that was leading the Department of Defense with regard to the way we were transforming our professional military education. And truly, what General Bishop and you all in this room have done with Officer Professional Military Educational Transformation is the foundation upon which we are building this future. To unleash the intellectual capacity for people to think critically, to innovate rapidly, to act morally, and to be strategic in the way they think about this world and the way they lead the profession of arms and the art of war, so strength will erode a multitude of mistakes in the future, is what is at the core of what General Bishop has done. And he and Linda, and God bless her, she is stepping off of a sailing boat in a race off of Italy right now. It's 5:10 in the evening where she's at. And she has been connected to this man and to this organization in a way that is profound. And I want to thank her publicly and General Bishop for their teamwork, their shepherding of this great endeavor. We're going to take this and we're going to build on it. General Bishop, thank you from the bottom of my heart for your leadership, for your vision, and I promise you, as we go forward on this journey together, that your legacy, the seeds that you have planted to transform this place are what we will allow to grow, and we will take it to the next level, and you watch and you'll see things that make you greatly proud. And we can all turn back and say it was when General Bishop was here that these seeds got planted. Now, I am curious, though. I did hear the chaplain talk about your next assignment, okay? So we'll maybe have to hear a little bit about that. But we are very, very grateful. And this flag transition is more meaningful than most because the seeds have been planted for a transformation of the way we unleash the power of the human mind towards the dilemmas of our day. And it started with General Bishop. The man taking his place, General Chris Coffelt, and his family have got their work cut out for them. I am going to push you. I'm going to make you uncomfortable. I'm going to ask you to transform this place in ways that we have not explored in the history of our Air Force. Because the impact of our information age on the future of this Air Force and this nation are not yet fully appreciated. And we are going to have to be ahead of the power curve. That's going to require flexibility. It's going to require leadership. It's going to require courage. And that's going to require testing and doing things in different ways to see how we can stay ahead of our competition. So be prepared for that. Be prepared for the tribulations, the risk, the conflict, and lead with the same kind of compassion and loyalty and empathy for your people that General Bishop has demonstrated through his career. And so we have Grace and we have Colleen here. Thank you so much for your support, for your dedication, for being part of a neighborhood that's running pretty fast, and for the fact that you can run faster. We look forward to that. And we look forward to meeting your other kids. I got to talk to Chris on the phone. He's a physics guy at Ole Miss. And of course, Alex, who she is up there at the University of Nebraska studying English. So she's going to help us all. I'm going to try to hire her on board. We could use that help in communicating this vision. But I thank you in advance for the hard work we're going to demand of you and your husband, because this is a family effort. This is a team effort. But it is so joyful. It is so important. And it is so profoundly relevant for our Air Force and our nation. You are going to be touching something that will transform America if we do this right. The art of the possible is undeniable, and we're looking to find exactly how we do that together. For all of you and for the community members that are here, I want to thank you for your undying support, for the faculty and the staff of this place who really burden the difficulty with change and with exploring new ways of tapping into all of our airmen, civilian, guard, active duty, and reserve, in a way that we have not done so in the past. It takes great effort. It's a team sport, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. General Ballard, General Sams, Mayor Gillespie, the whole team of this community. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Will Sellers and you guys sitting back there always trying to hide, don't worry, we never miss you. Joe Panza and the entire foundation. This is a family effort. Oh my God, and look at that. As beautiful as ever. Virginia, thank you for being here and for your partnership and your courage and your inspiration for this community. This is why we will succeed, because this team here is willing to take risk and go places where our potential competition in this world will not go, so that if that competition turns into an adversary, we are there for them. Remember that our purpose here is not just to educate people. It is to make sure we are victorious in any conflict our nation gets into in the future. Remembering that as the predicate. We are here to adapt and be relevant and find a way to win. And if we lose a future battle, nobody's going to care how well you educated your people. But if you educate your people right, they will not lose. That's what we need to keep our eye on here. And that's what you're going to see as you see this flag transition from one to another. You're going to see a covenant being handed from one to another of a transition to a new way of teaching our airmen so that we will not fail in an information world where things are happening faster and the ability to dominate the knowledge domain is at the predicate of any win in our future. That is very different, and we aren't there yet. And that's why this journey is going to be so fun. So thank you for being here. Thank you for witnessing this. And thank you for honoring these moments that punctuate a very important transition of authority and responsibility that is connected with the American dream. And attach yourself to the commitment that this is bigger than any one of us. It's bigger than this Spaatz Center. It's bigger than Air University. It's bigger than the Air Force. It is an American journey. And it's an American community that must be involved. And that's why our community is so essential and important in the support of this vision. God bless you all for being here, and thank you. With that, let's get after the deed. Gentlemen, front and center. Oh yeah, that's right. First, Bebop, you have the floor.
Thank you, General Quast. Ladies and gentlemen, the commander of the Spaatz Center for Officer Education and Commandant of the Air War College, Maj Gen Brian Bishop.
I think that means keep it short, and so I will try to do that. Sir, first, thank you to everybody for coming today. Thank you to the team who put this together. Cindy, Joni, I know she couldn't be here, but there's a whole group of you out there, all the way from our young airmen that are escorting. Thank you all so much for making this such a great and wonderful event. I really appreciate it. General Quast, sir, thank you to you for letting us engage into your vision of Air University and letting us push back on it when we think that things need to be changed, but being flexible enough to keep us going down that direction where I know you're going to take Air University. And I really appreciate that, along with the AU leadership team that's represented up front here. We've had some really good dialogues, some tough dialogues at times, but I think it's, in my humble opinion, we're going the right direction. To our community partners, Virginia, Mayor Gillespie, General Sams, General Ballard, Will, you're over here. Joe's out here. There's a few others out there. I think Charlie Ginwright is out there as well. I've said this multiple times, and I've been stationed to a lot of places, but I have not seen a base community relationship like I have here at Montgomery. It is truly amazing, and it goes all the way from our Montgomery partners helping out our international fellows and being able to get them assimilated into U.S. culture and help them out as much as they can, to everything that you do for the university and for the base on a day-to-day basis. We're just very, very grateful, and I'm very grateful as well. To my fellow commanders around the circle out there, you guys, it was in the commandants of the schools, it's been great working with you. I've really enjoyed the conversation, and I've enjoyed the collegial atmosphere, yet tough love at times. I really appreciate it. Andrea, your support from the base side, thank you for that. It has been truly phenomenal, and I just appreciate it. Chief Horn, the way you represent our enlisted corps, sir, I'm honored to be here with you, and I'm honored to listen to you, and I love listening to you talk, and you've taught me a lot. Thank you. To the schools, all of the schools that are under the Spaatz Center, I thank you for what you do. From iOS, you guys accept international officers and get them to be comfortable in American culture, and you do that in so many different political ways as well when we have political challenges worldwide, being able to shift and attract officers. SOS, SOC being able to go take a 7-week program, cram it into 5, and still keep the quality there. That is amazing. ACSC and War College, you guys exhibit what I think professional military education should be, as evidenced by your outstanding page accreditation inspections. And you know what? We did that without a huge thrash going through the staff and a huge thrash going to the school. And we had probably 2 of the best page inspections that the Joint Staff has ever seen. Thank you for that. Chris and Mark, the 2 deans that I got to work with, you guys taught me a ton about education. I really greatly appreciate that very much. Linda really wishes she could be here. I got an email from her this morning, and she wants to be here very desperately, but don't feel too bad. I mean, the pictures she sent are amazing, and but she wanted me to pass on her best to everybody and her thanks to everyone as well as you guys welcomed her into this team. Boots, Colleen, Grace, you guys are awesome. You're the right group to come in here and lead this next organization. Boots, if I could give you just only one piece of advice, and that comes from a quote from John Buchan, who is a famous Scottish novelist, and he was also the Governor General of Canada. And he said, "The task of a leader is not to put greatness into humanity, but to elicit it, for the greatness is already there." I'll tell you, you have a great faculty and staff right here, and they are awesome. Let them run, and they will do their thing. Now, I've realized that from my change of command last August that there's one piece of unfinished business that I have yet to do. And Mayor Gillespie, if you remember, I said you needed to give me 2 weeks to decide whether I was going to go for Auburn or Alabama. So today, I think it's been a little over 2 weeks. War Tide, Roll Eagle. Thank you.
Thank you, General Bishop. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we invite General Quast and General Coffelt to join General Bishop at center stage, where General Quast will officiate the change of command ceremony, where command of the Spaatz Center and Air War College will be formally passed to General Coffelt.
Publish the order.
Department of the Air Force, Headquarters, Air University, Maxwell Air Force Base, Alabama. Special Order Number G1504. Under the provision of Air Force Instruction 51604 and effective 5 June 2015, Major General Brian T. Bishop relinquishes command of the Spaatz Center for Officer Education and the Air War College.
Sir, relinquish command.
And effective 5 June 2015, Brigadier General Christopher A. Coffelt is appointed Commander of the Carl A. Spaatz Center for Officer Education and the Air War College. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. And now I would like to introduce the commander of the Spaatz Center for Officer Education and the Commandant of Air War College, Brigadier General Christopher A. Coffelt.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You're very kind. Thank you. Distinguished guests, commanders, chiefs, faculty, staff, friends, and members of our Spaatz team and our wider Maxwell Gunner family and community, thank you for attending today's ceremony and showing your support for the Spaatz Center. It is absolutely amazing to see you all here today, especially to run into some old and familiar faces and friends. They're still running around the circle and around town here. It's been really great. A very big thank you, as well as General Bishop said, for all those of you that helped put together today's ceremony. Absolutely fabulous. I'd like to recognize particularly Senior Airman Honing. Is she still in the room today? She step out? What a fantastic rendition of our national anthem. She was fabulous. So, It's a shame she's not here. I'll have to catch up with her. I was going to tease her and tell her that I was actually thinking of singing it my own, but I've just had a little scratchy voice this morning and decided to go with our backup. But she was absolutely fabulous, absolutely incredible. You've all done a fantastic job making Colleen, Grace, and I feel very welcome, and I appreciate it very much. And I know you'll do the same for our two college-age kids that are back working their summer jobs. Very exciting employment, as you can imagine, for summer high school or summer break for college students. But they'll be joining us here in late July when they come back down. And to members of our local community, thank you for your past and ongoing support of Maxwell Gunner community, our local installations here, and especially our Air University missions here. As an alum of multiple schools here at Maxwell, I can tell you that I have seen the great positive impact that your local community support of our airmen and our sister service teammates here and our international airmen that join us in this school, that positive and lasting support has had a great impact on the folks that come through these schools. I know it is an important aspect of our program, an aspect of our national security program, and I look forward to our continued partnership and our friendship, which is absolutely critical to our mission success here. So thank you again, and it's great to see some familiar faces in that crowd as well as we come back in. You know, our officer, military, professional education institutions have a long, proud legacy of excellence in educating and develop America's airmen to ensure we remain the absolute preeminent air, space, and cyber power on the planet. Upon my return to Maxwell, it did not take long for me to notice that this legacy remains alive and well today. And it doesn't happen by accident. Rather, it is the result of dedicated excellence by committed, motivated airmen, sister service teammates, in our case here at the Spaatz Center, and air-minded civilian patriots under the guidance and mentoring of great supervisors and leaders. It has to be deliberately manufactured every single day. While there are many across the Spaatz Center team that I know have contributed to this end, it's plainly obvious to me that much of the enduring success of our great institutions can be credited to General Bishop's outstanding leadership. So I'd like to take a moment, General Bishop, and just thank you once again from Colleen and I and our team for all you did to ensure the continued effectiveness and success of the intellectual and leadership center of our Air Force, and especially, sir, for your 32 years of outstanding service to our nation and that of the outstanding support that Linda has provided our team and you along the way to ensure your success and her contribution to national security. And we wish you all the best, sir. Godspeed and best of luck to you. So. Well, I can't even describe, team, how excited Colleen and I are to be back here at Maxwell once again. While the humidity can be tough to adjust to for a couple of Colorado kids, especially because it does crazy things with my hair, I can tell you the world's best barbecue, catfish, and meat and three make that effort all worthwhile. So we are thrilled to be back and join you once again in your important work here. Maxwell is a very special place. And for an airman, returning here always causes one to reflect. I think most of you who have been in the audience here, who have been here before, are wearing Air Force blue, know exactly what I'm talking about. Because it was in these very halls that my own understanding of leadership and air and space power began to take root and grow as a young captain. Again, a little bit more hair maybe back then, but it did happen at one time. It was here that I returned as a major, and I learned about joint warfare and was afforded the opportunity to sharpen my understanding of command before taking the test or being put to the test. Some might even say the crucible of command on some occasions. And my critical and strategic thinking skills were honed in the most intense and challenging academic environment I had ever faced in my military career, let alone my civilian career. Absolutely unbelievable. It was in conjunction with the distance learning side of our own war college here that my knowledge of national security, military strategy, success for joint and combined warfighting operations, and interagency ops was developed, which prepared me for the most senior leadership duties that I had, and those things that I was challenged with on combatant command staff and other duties of that sort. Like many of your prior commanders, literally, I am the very product of what you do here. Now, that might frighten some of you that have taught me. But, you know, you might think, well, we need to go back and adjust the curriculum today. It's got to change. But either way, good, bad, or indifferent, literally, those that stand before you and take these flags and assume command and the great responsibilities and burden of command associated with these missions are yours. We are the product of your efforts. We are the labor of your efforts have resulted in this particular type of event and day when a commander comes back and is able to begin to do exactly what you've prepared, trained, developed, and educated and transformed them to do. That's really what we do here. So everything I've learned here has been and is an enduring part of my perspective, my understanding of things, my approach, my ability to contribute to the effective employment of air and space power, command Air Force units, and be a highly skilled and competent joint and combined warfighter. It's all been here that I've had a chance to test those theories, to try new things, to learn about other approaches, and stretch myself in a safe learning environment of AU, which was fabulous. So I'd like to say first and foremost, thank you to you and all, some specifically yous out there, and to all those that came before you for the absolutely first-class education and development that you provided me. It served me well, and without doubt, it has fostered success in the units I served in, and several that I ultimately had the privilege of commanding. What an honor it is to return and be a part of the team that did so much to prepare me for the challenges I later faced in my Air Force journey, and have an opportunity to develop leaders and build America's warriors, and what's really cool is warriors of those like-minded nations that attend our schools. That is just really an unbelievable privilege. My intention here is to build on the widespread excellence already operating across the Spaatz Center, and to ensure our operation doesn't stop at mere development, but are truly a transformative experience for those that we are entrusted with, as I was transformed by you. And that's what really I think we talk about a lot about AU transformation. I've been just at the leading edge of these discussions as I come back in from working STRATCOM business. But to me, my personal first cut perspective is this is about transformation also on a micro level, on an individual leadership level, because I can see what the schools here have done for me and know how it benefited me and the units I served in and the leaders I served under. And I know that you share those feelings and in terms of what we try to do for the students here, who are our #1 mission. Our people are the most critical, effective, and important weapon system in our inventory. I think you all know that and agree with that. In our days of dwindling budgets, they are even more important than ever before. I know that you share my eagerness and commitment to invest in each of them, to transform those leaders one at a time, again, as we have been transformed by your efforts, and ensure our enduring ability to outthink, out-strategize, and out-innovate any and all of America's adversaries, and deliver on our solemn promise and duty to the American people. And I am truly excited to begin that work with you. General Quast, sir, thank you for your confidence and the humbling privilege to serve in this capacity with the great men and women of the Spaatz Center and our Air War College. And sir, I commit to you we will continue to do all within our power to educate, develop, and truly transform our airmen to think critically and strategically and innovate and prepare the world's best joint strategic leaders for our nation. Thank you all once again. It's been an awesome honor. Thank you for your warm reception. Colleen and I look forward to getting to know each of you and your families and serving alongside of you in yet another great assignment at Maxwell Air Force Base. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the Air Force song and the departure of the official party. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the formal portion of today's ceremony. We invite you to congratulate Brigadier General and Mrs. Coffelt in the receiving line and to enjoy some light refreshments in the foyer. If you wish to go through the receiving line, please exit at the doors to your right. If not, exit at the rear or to the doors on your left. We ask that you remain at your seats until our commanders and distinguished guests seated in the first 3 rows have an opportunity to depart. Thank you for attending and have a great Air Force Day.